Doesn't get much better than this. Afternoon baseball from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Today, Game 3 of this 4-game series between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Jake Arrieta is the man towing the rubber for the Cubs in this one. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, you can see there, he's been very dependable all year long. He's making his 30th start here in this one.
Scooter Gennett makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Milwaukee, second baseman, Scooter Gennett.
And we are underway this afternoon as the first pitch is over for a called strike one. EK, one-year-old ball clubs, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide.
And one thing in their corner, though, is they do have their ace going here this afternoon. So if anybody can get them out of this rut they're in, this is the guy.
Arrieta's got his target. Here's the 1-1. And he'll take a look at a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. And a look now at the batting order for the visiting Milwaukee Brewers. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Well, Matt, I think you got to keep an eye on the Hebrew Hammer, Ryan Braun. He's hit 6 home runs in the last 10 games. The baseball must look like a bowling ball with the way he's been crushing it.
Jonathan Villar will stand in now. He homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one. Bases are empty, one man out. Outside for a ball, 1-1. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Clyde Washington.
Yeah, Matt, Clyde has a bit of a reputation for rewarding pitchers that pound the bottom of the zone. Calls the game well, but we might see some strike calls below the zone that hitters aren't going to be too happy with.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. To 2-2 now. Chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. And he takes strike 3 called, and it's a pair of punch-outs that begin the ball game. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, when you talk about a position that requires arm strength, right field is one of those. This man, he has arm strength to die for. He could throw it from the wall. He could probably throw it from the darn stands. I hope he gets a chance to show it off in this one.
Into the windup and the pitch. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. And here's the ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So a fairly painless top of the first. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. Matt Garza gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, Matty, he has just not been effective at all on the road. Not really sure what the reason has been, but he's really got to change that trend here in this one.
Well, there you see Dexter Fowler as he'll be the one to commence the action in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Dexter Fowler.
And that misses inside 1-0. Eric Karros, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon, they've run their win streak up to 6 in a row now, and they're really playing some inspired baseball.
And it hasn't been the best year for them, but at least they're finishing strong. That says a lot for their manager and the type of team that I think these guys can become.
And he commits to the pitch inside, and he definitely went around. That's strike one. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Oh, and I like that he went right back to that curveball there after the check swing.
Yeah, you almost got him once. Try it again and see if he can hold off twice.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
And this guy's not hitting over 300 by accident. He's got a very good knowledge of the strike zone, and he knows when to lay off.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Now a swing and a fly ball. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. Steve, what's the key in trying to stop their opponent's winning streak?
Hey, just keep doing what they've been doing. They lead the league in slugging percentage. Work the ball down the lines and in the gaps. Continue to get those extra base hits that have been so crucial for them, and they're going to be successful.
Kyle Schwarber will stride in as he's running out of time now if he wants to make a late push for that home run crown. To first, to his right, Carter. And he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first. And with that, let's take a look at the Brewers defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, Ryan Braun has always been known as one of those power hitters. But he's also got a power arm and can cover some ground in that outfield. Very reliable, plays a smart defensive outfield. Always an asset in any game.
Chris Bryant gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Out in front of it, strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Hit on the ground to short. Throw on to Carter gets him to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. After 1, no score. Chris Carter steps in now, just hoping for something to go his way. And as you can see, that has not been the case in recent days.
Carter.
Arrieta into the windup. Here's the first pitch. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. And he falls behind 0-2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
And this is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Standing in now, Domingo Santana. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. Here's a guy who could use a 3 for 4. He's got that batting average still down in the 190s. 10 home runs and 28 RBIs. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
2 times here they've gone away. Both pretty easy takes. And as a hitter, now I'm thinking it might be time they try to bust something inside.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now.
3 straight strikes to the first hitter in the inning. 3 straight balls now to the second.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Swing and a miss. Good pitch, and it's full now. 3-2. Swing and a miss, and they come back from a 3-0 count to sit him down on strikes, and there are 2 gone.
Well, it's been something of a strikeout fest here to start this game off. Already 4 strikeouts now in the first 5 batters. Now that's going to be a tough pace to keep up.
Into the box now, Ramon Flores. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. 8 home runs and 51 runs batted in. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And this is what you like to see, especially coming off of a loss in his last start. These first couple innings, he's coming right after guys.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Back with more from Wrigleyville right after this. Anthony Rizzo will stand in, and he wasn't much of a factor yesterday as he took an 0 for 4 in the loss.
Well, guys, he's really been scuffling lately, hitting under 250 over his last 10 games. So he's going to be looking to turn this thing around sometime soon.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Batting fifth.
Well, this was not one of the sharpest sliders he's going to throw. You see it flatten out a bit, just a 7-inch break, but that was in a good spot, and he couldn't make contact.
Here's Javier Baez. As he goes after the first pitch and lines one out toward right center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
And you check this out. This is on the inside part of the plate, but he still is able to take it to the opposite field. I'll tell you, that is bat control at its finest right there.
Here's Jason Hayward now, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. The average right at 280 coming in. 22 home runs and 64 runs batted in. Runners on first with one down. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Well, when it's warm like this, you really have to keep the ball down. Try to keep guys from hitting it in the air because it will absolutely carry. That's 2 pitches in a row that were elevated.
And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. Santana is over, and he puts it away in foul ground for the second out.
Batting 7th, the shortstop, Addison Russell.
Addison Russell will dig in now. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
And we're going to see a lot more of this because this is a guy who's let it be known that he will work inside. He'll even back you off the plate if he has to.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. That evens it up 1-1. Bottom of the second here with no score. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. And that misses 2-2. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Carter is going to have room as he puts it away right in front of the dugout for the final out of the inning. One left for the Cubs. We'll move to the third with no score. It's a great day for baseball here in Chicago as we welcome you back to Baseball on the Show from Wrigley Field. Aaron Hill will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
Arrieta's ready. First pitch on the way. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
Set to deliver the 0-1. To short. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Batting 8th, the catcher, number 36, Andrew Susak.
Andrew Susak will come forward now, back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. Swing and a miss on the sinker, 0-1.
He's getting a lot of outs right now because he's attacking the hitters. He's not dancing around the zone.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count, and that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
swing and a shot back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a one-out single.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are the scary ones for a pitcher. This is going to give you a pretty good angle right here because this ball is hit so hard, and it's just about right at him. I mean, there's no time to do anything out there. And he's pretty lucky that one didn't get him because it would have taken his head off.
Stepping in now, Matt Garza tries to get the bunt down here, but this is foul, and we'll see if he tries it again. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
Third inning, no score to this point. And he pops up the bunt attempt. And he pulls this one back in time, 2-2. Bunt sign still on with 2 strikes as he puts this one down. To second for 1. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
Yeah, you want to put this down to the right side, force that first baseman to field it, but that ball is butted just way too hard. So that's a good decision defensively to go ahead and take the force at second.
Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1. And he misses again, 2-0.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
Gets a small piece near the plate. Foul ball, however, strike 1. A runner on first with 2 away. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now. Now, people describe this guy as throwing a heavy sinker. Would you guys agree with that assessment?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's hard to explain why that's the case, but it's true. When you run into a guy with a good sinker and lots of movement on it, it just feels like you're hitting a bowling ball. The ball just doesn't go anywhere.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Schwarber is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Milwaukee leaves 1. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Miguel Montero steps in for the first time. One of those guys really needing something to click at the plate right now. It's been a rough go of it lately. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. That's wide, 2-0. The 2-0 on the way. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Braun is in his tracks now. 1 gone.
Batting 9th. Pitcher.
So with 1 gone here in the inning, it's time to check out the Cubs' upcoming schedule so you can plan your week around staying at home and watching Cubs baseball here with us. Into the box now, Jake Arrieta. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Not his best effort that time. It's strike 1.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
A lot of late movement on that fastball. That nearly came back to the outer edge.
And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now.
This guy is almost no threat up at the plate. I mean, you could get away with fastballs right down the middle if you wanted to.
He's fallen behind now. 3-1. Dexter Fowler is on deck. In there on the inside corner. Don't know that he liked it, but it's a full count now. 3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch. And he misses here, ball 4. And somehow he manages to walk his opposite number. Wow.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Dexter Fowler will stand in here. He was set down on strikes to start the home first.
And remember, they got him on a fastball, so I got to figure they're going to attack him the exact same way.
Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. But this will hang up just enough as he takes it in stride in left center for the second out.
Well, that's a pretty good at-bat right there. He just went with the pitch and took it the other way. He hit that hard right at the left fielder, who's been standing out there for about 130 years.
Kyle Schwarber stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. First pitch of the at-bat. A fastball here as you'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Here's a hard hit ball out to left center, and it'll be over the head of the shortstop VR. It's a base hit.
Yeah, they tried to go inside again. I like the call, but this time he was ready for it. He drives this one for a solid base hit.
Chris Bryant stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
And all you have to do is point back to yesterday's ball game. This was part of their downfall, hitting with runners in scoring position. They just couldn't sustain any kind of offense. So this would be a big boost if he could turn the tide a little bit here and come through big.
And he misses with it. 1-1. Bottom of inning number 3. 0-0 our score. Who jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2.
And now what do you go with here on the 1-2 count? I got a feeling that this one won't be in the strike zone either.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch.
Nope, that's a ball.
Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That's a good idea, 1-2 right there, just to see if he'd chase. But now with the count even, I think this one has to be in the strike zone because you don't want to run the risk of loading the bases for the cleanup guy.
And he comes back with 1 down and in for ball 3. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Flores has a beat on it, and the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back for more from the north side after this. Jonathan Villar is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Hit hard, and this is off the second base bag. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Just the second hit they've got against him so far as we check on his numbers to this point. He's pretty much been in control all afternoon, so we'll see if he can keep that string of zeros going.
Striding into the box, Ryan Braun. He flew out in his last at-bat. Arrieta sets. Here's the first pitch. Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
Now here's a good spot to finally break through against this guy. You've got the leadoff man on, the heart of the order's coming up, and maybe this is a good chance to get that goose egg off the scoreboard.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does two things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul for the second strike. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. Braun can't come up with that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Well, you never know. This might have been the lesser of two evils right here. If you take this pitch, you know it's strike three. If you swing, you might bounce into a double play ball. So the best he could have done was maybe fouled that thing off, but instead, he comes up empty.
Here's Chris Carter now. Runner goes for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. Short hop, but they got him. Great pick and tag to catch him trying to steal.
That's a big-time throw right there. I mean, a big-time throw. Anytime you can get this guy, you've done something.
The 0-1 on its way. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
Yeah, and on 2-1 right now, you gotta figure this guy's wound up for the fastball here. Maybe you come with the breaking ball here out of the zone and hope he goes after it.
And he comes back with a gorgeous slider there for strike two.
Maybe you worry about this guy getting a little too slider happy. That's 3 in a row now, so you're giving that guy at the plate a pretty good look at it.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Brewers go down quietly. On to the bottom of the fourth now, still with no score. Anthony Rizzo is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Well hit, but right into the teeth of the shift. Throw on to first in time, one away.
Second baseman number 9.
And so after getting the ground ball with the fastball on that last pitch, that'll segue perfectly to our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And as you see there, just 1 mile an hour separating these two arms so far. 96 on one hand, 95 on the other. Javier Baez is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0. Drilled right back up the middle, and that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a one-out hit.
Yeah, really not a bad pitch when you look at it. This is at the knees with some movement. He just uses the center of the diamond and checks in here with a base hit.
Here's Jason Hayward now. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Braun has it in his tracks, and that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting, shortstop, Addison Russell.
Addison Russell is into the box for his second at-bat. He popped out into foul territory his first time up.
Yeah, his swing definitely broke down a little bit last time. He got way underneath the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that adjustment and stay on top of the ball here.
And he takes ball one. Big, slow breaking ball, one that drops in for a strike. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. Backhanded. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, one man left on. We played 4 full, and we are tied 0-0. Domingo Santana heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one. All right, 4 scoreless innings in the books. What's it going to take to push across our first run?
Well, I think both pitchers have really dominated so far. This is where getting the leadoff guy on is so key. You know, get the pitcher into the stretch, get him out of his comfort zone, then maybe your offense can go from there.
Just missing here, 2-0.
Well, you know, things have gone his way more often than not so far this afternoon, but he certainly didn't get any help on that one.
Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0.
And that questionable call on the previous pitch, it really changes the at-bat because he doesn't want to just lay one in there on 2-0. Now it's 3-0, and tide is not working in his favor.
And that's over, 3-1. Now a swing, and he pops him up right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate, and a rather easy first out.
Now batting.
The first thing a pitcher does when he walks out of the tunnel here at Wrigley, he'll take a look at those flags and see which way they are blowing. I mean, this place, it can play like 2 totally separate ballparks from one day to the next.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ramon Flores. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, they got him on a breaking ball, so now we'll see if they try to put him away with soft stuff again if they get that chance.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. Tap fouled at home plate. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
94 on the outer edge. You can't help but take that.
Look out as this bat shatters on impact.
That ball was so deep in his kitchen, that was the only thing he could do was foul it off, break his bat, and hope to get a better pitch on the next one.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Arrieta gets the sign. Here's the delivery. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
I think we expected to see a well-pitched game coming in, and we got one. Starting to look like the team who scores first might be the one who wins.
Aaron Hill stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Down the line, but this is a foul ball. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Chop foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. His 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. Halfway home, still no score. Miguel Montero comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Absolutely nothing going on in this game so far, so we'll see if the leadoff man can get something going.
Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Tried to throw the fastball by him, but it's high. 1-2.
A good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. So now I might anticipate another slider down in the zone, maybe even in the dirt.
Tried to shoot the corner, and he missed it. 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
Yeah, an ideal setup here with the pitcher on deck. He comes through with a solid single to start things out, and now you give your pitcher a chance to bunt you over and make a productive out.
The pitcher, Jake Arrieta, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
First offering on its way. Looking to bunt here, but he can't connect, and that's the first strike.
Yeah, no surprise they had him squaring right there, and I figure he'll get 2 more shots to get it down.
The 0-1 pitch. And he pops up the bunt attempt. Garza is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Well, of course, one of the cardinal rules of bunting, you have to try to bunt a strike. Here he just sort of jabs at this thing, pops it up, and this essentially becomes a wasted at-bat.
Dexter Fowler will stand in for the third time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Runner at first here, one man out. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
Well, he watched that one all the way in, and it looked like he almost gave up on it. He's pretty lucky that wasn't called strike 3.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Just inside, not by much. It's 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
Now batting.
You know, it seems like every time we check these out in show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
In now, Kyle Schwarber, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
2 out with the man at first. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Cubs strand 1. 6th inning coming up. Still zip, zip. Andrew Susac will stride in as he'll be tasked with starting out things in the Brewers' half of the 6th.
Andrew Susac.
Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. It appears safe to say now that that man right there has turned things around from his last start.
And it's a great sign, too, of exactly what you need to do. You have to have a short memory out there, but you're right. He's pitching with a lot more confidence in this outing.
Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Matt Garza steps in for his 2nd at-bat. A fielder's choice his first time around.
Wow, just not going his way right now. Slumping pretty hard. He just needs some solid contact to get that confidence going again.
And the 6th inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away. So the shutout's still intact here in the 6th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA.
Yeah, and if you look at where they stand, you'll notice they've been pretty respectable in that department so far this season. 5th in the National League. When your team ERA is that low, it definitely takes the pressure off the offense a little bit. More importantly, it gives you a chance to win every single night.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike one.
Now he's just running right through these guys. Absolutely worn them down.
Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. Hit pretty well out to deep left field. Schwarber ranging back. He lays out, but he can't make the play. It's off the wall, and he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double. So some life with 2 away as he's into second with the opposite field double. And with that, we'll take a look at the current Milwaukee leaderboard to find that his total is currently tops on the roster in that department.
And guys, that's a bigger deal than people realize. Usually the guy with the most doubles is also leading in other categories like runs or RBIs. He's a big part of their offense.
Jonathan Villar will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. He's in scoring position with double number 27 on the year. 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More of the show, Saturday Baseball, after this. Chris Bryant will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances.
Chris Bryant.
Garza's ready. Here it comes. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Up top, it's 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
2-0 count, and the pitch. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for 1 pitch in 1 spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and it's full now at 3-2. misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
Hey, you know what? That's all right. He gave him a pretty good battle up there, and he never gave in to him. A walk you can work around. A home run, you can't.
Anthony Rizzo will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. First pitch on its way. Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball 1. Garza coming up on the 75 pitch mark to this point. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
But clearly no intent with 2 strikes, but you've got to make sure that pitch doesn't get away from you.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Looks at a fastball low here, and it's full 3-2. Squared that one up just a little late. Full count. Here it comes. Smoked on the ground up the middle. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3. Now a long throw to third, and he is in there.
And you get the sense now that they're getting closer and closer to breaking through here. Well, that'll make it first and third now, and they've got a good chance here to break that string of zeros.
Javier Baez will stand in now with 2 on here and nobody out to begin the inning.
And on the mound, he hasn't found himself in too many rough spots so far, so this might be his first real test of the ballgame.
First things first, here's a throw over, and the runner back easily. Line drive to left. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead.
And you can see the pitching coach heading for the mound, and this is nothing more than just trying to reassure your guy and give him a chance to compose himself. He's been great so far, so there's no reason to think that he can't work out of this.
Jason Hayward will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
And you can bet they'll pitch him carefully with a couple guys on base.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Hit out towards second. Fielded by Jeanette. There's one on to first, and a big ground ball there as they turn the double play on Hayward.
And that's a huge double play there from a pitcher's point of view. You've got a run in against you already. You're still in trouble with 2 on and nobody out. But now you can at least take a breath out there and try to work out of this with just 1 run scoring.
Addison Russell stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Now some movement out in the Milwaukee bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander have begun to stretch it out. Line drive to center field. A dive, but it's off his glove. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Just a perfect swing right there. You'll see it head down, eyes right on the baseball all the way. Great extension. He just drives this thing into center field to score that runner from third.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero, as he'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball one.
So after the strong 5 innings, things have not come as easily for him here in inning number 6.
Well, this is kind of the MO of this lineup. They have a way of just wearing you down, and they're starting to get into some better counts to hit, and that work's paying off.
Swing and a high chopper. Scooped up. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. On to the back third here this afternoon, and we've got it for you on the show. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Getting set for the 7th now with the Cubs out in front, and before the inning gets underway, let's get a look at our game summary to this point. Ryan Braun will stand in here to start the 7th. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. Neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
A big roundhouse curveball in there for strike one.
He's now thrown a first pitch strike to about 80% of the batters he's faced, and that is just pounding the strike zone. He's pitching so well, and this game's getting late.
Nothing in one count. Here it comes. And there's ball one.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And Braun's able to resist. The count moves in his favor. 2-1 now.
Yeah, trying to go front door with that breaking ball. Started it a little too far inside, though.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
Now batting.
Well, in case you're just tuning in, you've missed a lot of these so far. 11 for him in the contest all told, as he just continues to mow down the opposing lineup here late into the ball game. Here's Chris Carter now. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1.
You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And low, it's a ball and a strike. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
You can't underestimate how important a start this is when your team's on a losing streak. He has been phenomenal. And it's all thanks to him that they've got a good shot at ending this thing.
Domingo Santana will come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3, 4, 5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
Here's the first pitch to him. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
So tough to hang in there on that pitch, but you got to do it. You can't give up on that inside corner, or this guy will bury you.
Off the plate and in. Hits a ball and a strike. One and one. Here it comes. And this is low. Ball 2. 2-1. 2 out, nobody on. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Gone in order are the Brewers. They trail it here 2-0. Michael Kirkland is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here.
Michael Kirkland.
Jake Arrieta will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
And now time is called for and granted by home plate umpire Clyde Washington. Matt Caesar is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
Line to the right side, and that's going to be a base hit. So a great job off the bench as he's aboard to kick off their half of the inning.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
Dexter Fowler will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far. First delivery to him on the way. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Nobody out, runner on first. Fastball called for strike 2.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Well, that's a good take there with 2 strikes. That wasn't an easy one to lay off of.
Fly ball out to right field. Santana is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Digging in, Kyle Schwarber. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
Line toward right center. Oh, and this kicks right off of him. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Oh, man, and he hangs in there beautifully against a tough left-handed reliever. Here's another look at it. He just keeps that front shoulder in there and strong, gets the barrel of the bat through the hitting zone, and then he just stings this one for 2 bases. Man, that's pretty.
Chris Bryant will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. And there's ball 4 now, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force at the plate is in order.
And this could really be trouble now, because with runners on every base, they've got a chance to really break this thing wide open.
Anthony Rizzo will dig in here with the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
He's been tough to deal with this year. He's second on the team in RBIs, so this is a golden opportunity.
And obviously looking for the ground ball here as this misses low. It's 1-0. It's going to take a lot of guile to work out of this one.
Well, he's got plenty in reserve. This would need to be a magic act, no doubt.
That's inside. 2-0.
Well, he's starting to put himself into a no-win situation. Obviously, you don't want to walk home a run. But you can't just throw a cookie in there, because he could bring in 4 with 1 swing.
Outside, 3-0 now.
Take sign?
That would be a take sign.
Has to challenge him here. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
That's really a no-win situation out there on the mound. You can't lay one in there because a guy like this could hit the ball into the parking lot, but you definitely don't want to give him a free run. And now he's got to turn right around and deal with another bases-loaded situation here.
Carlos Torres will come on now, really needing that double play ball as the bases are loaded here with only 1 man out. Javier Baez will be the first to meet him here, and he'll do so in an enviable situation indeed. Bases loaded and only 1 out now.
Well, he's already got 3 hits in this game coming into this at-bat, so we'll see if he can get that 4th now against this new guy.
Action now in the Milwaukee bullpen as they'll have a right-hander loosen up. Hard liner to center field, and that's in there. Base hit. 1 run scores. Now a good throw comes into the infield, so that'll force the second runner to hold on over at third base.
And that may be the at-bat there that finally seals the deal here. That'll make it a 4-run lead right now, and that will be awfully tough to overcome this late in the ballgame.
Jason Hayward will stand in, and I've got to think these add-on runs here will really make it difficult to come back from.
And that's how they've done it all game long. They haven't really had a big inning yet, just a lot of 1s and 2s, but those will add up.
there's the cut fastball, but it's low, 1-0.
This crowd, likely in the 40,000 range. They've got to like what they've seen so far.
Oh, and it's been a complete performance. They need to find a way to bottle this up and keep it going.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Lifted the other way to left center. On the move is Braun. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
And at this point, every added run just makes it more and more likely that they're going to get out of here with a victory. And they tack on one more here on the sacrifice fly.
Addison Russell will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
Here comes the first pitch. Drilled down the line. Hill with a dive. He's up with it. The throw.
He's in there.
And the throw to first just about takes him out as it skips up and over him. And he'll come in to score from second base. And that is a direct result, obviously, of that poor throw.
When you're already losing, the one thing you can't do is give away more runs. I mean, you're already in the hole. The last thing you want to do is keep digging, but that's what's happening right here. Things are going from bad to worse now.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero. So weighed out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. Get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Now a cutter down around his shoe tops as he hops out of the way.
Well, nothing wrong with that. As much as it pains me to say, pitchers have the right to work inside.
Way outside, nearly to the backstop, 2-1.
And this is a guy that needs to throw that curveball for strikes.
Yeah, when he doesn't have command on it, that's when he has to lean on his fastball. And sometimes that'll get him in trouble.
Started to chase that time, but then he wisely holds off for ball 3. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Onto the bag with it is Carter, and that'll retire the side. Another good inning for the Cubs here, and you don't need me to tell you that these folks don't need much of a reason to have a good time. More from the show, Saturday Baseball, following this message and a word from our local stations. Hector Rondon will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here.
Hector Rondon.
Leading off the inning, Ramon Flores. And they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1.
That thing's coming in there hot, 96 miles an hour.
One and 2 now as that's in there at the knees.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
And he takes strike 3 cold on the fastball. 1 gone.
And as we showed you a moment ago, this guy enters play with an ERA right around 2.5. So he's been a big part of this bullpen, and he gets the first guy he faces right here.
Aaron Hill will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Swing and a liner. Foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw it inside instead of staying out over the plate. That one ran just a little too much to catch the corner.
1-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Rondon's ready. Here's the 1-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the 2 starting pitchers in the game. And the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Not too many hits to go around at this point in the ballgame. Andrew Susac stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
Yeah, a couple of mid-90s fastballs, and he hasn't been close on either one of them.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a check swing, and he went around, says the home plate umpire. Pretty forceful about it, too. And the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Matt Caesar stands in.
Leading off for the Cubs, left fielder, Matt Caesar.
Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Santana moves over, 1 away.
Yeah, just a little bit late here on the fastball, and this thing's almost by him when he makes contact. Still, he gets pretty good wood on the ball, but not enough to trouble the right fielder.
Dexter Fowler will stand in one more time, and fortunately for him, he'll get a 5th chance here to extend that hitting streak.
Yeah, he hasn't had the same success the rest of the guys have, but that could all change with 1 swing.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Rips this one to first, but good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number 2.
The pitcher, number 56.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean, hammered out there. But he's going to wind up with nothing to show for it.
Christian Villanueva will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 61, Christian Villanueva.
Now a ball hit sharply toward third, and this will be just what the manager ordered as he's off the bench with extra bases. And it's a pick-me-up off the bench. He's in there with a 2-out double.
Well, he's got a lot of people excited around here. Not only does this guy have a chance to be an everyday player, he has a chance to be an impact player for years to come. And the early results, they look good as he hammered that one for a solid double.
Chris Bryant will get an opportunity here in a run-scoring spot now following the 2-out double.
And this is really where you earn your money. Runner on second, 2 outs. Let's see what he can do here.
This is lifted out to left. Braun has a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs. They lead it 6-0. Garen Cecchini is going to pinch hit here to lead off the 9th, and with his club already well down, he'll just need to try and get on base here. C.J. Edwards will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here.
Leading off for Milwaukee, third baseman.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. That's by him for strike 1.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
One and 2 now as this catches the outer half. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. The 1 and 2 pitch. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th. 2 outs away from a victory here that you'd have to say will be a rather convincing one.
You know, Matt, in every phase of the game, hitting, pitching, defense, it all favors the home side here. Top to bottom, they've been the better team.
Scooter Gennett will dig in. He doubled his last time.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Sent on the ground out to second. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a 2-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody lately, and he comes through again here.
Jonathan Villar stands in. Was locked up on strike 3 in his last trip.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. You wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
Oh, and Montero can't squeeze it as it gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Yeah, and then 1 pitch later, he essentially turns that single into a double by letting him advance into scoring position on the wild pitch.
Not close. It's 2-0. One out and a runner on second base. Swing and a miss. Might have got a piece, actually. It's 2-1.
Yeah, he was trying to do something dramatic right there, but when you think about it, at this point in the ball game, all you need is base runners.
2-1, here it is. Liner towards second. Oh, and he turns away from it at second as it's up and over his head. The run scores from second. It's a 6-1 game. And he'll get in there safely.
Oh, and all good things must come to an end, I guess. The shutout disappears here in the late going as he really cranks this baseball. He says, I'm going to end this shutout with just a few style points to go along with it as well, as he's all the way up to third base with a run-scoring triple.
Ryan Braun will stand in to keep things going, and I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on?
Well, at the very least, I like that they're showing some character out there. You never want to go down without a fight, so they're going to make these final at-bats count.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Curveball looked at here for strike one.
He's going to get a visit from his catcher here because even though he got away with that last pitch, it was right down the middle of the plate, nowhere near the target. And this is not the guy you want to start missing your location in.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out and a runner on third. Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Well, I think the time for patience is over. You've got to make something happen up there when you've got a runner in scoring position.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
You know, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
And sometimes up there you just get completely fooled. I mean, I think he changed his mind about swinging at this pitch about 3 different times while it was on its way to the plate. I'm going to swing. No, I'm going to take it. Oh, well, I better try to at least foul it off. And in the end, he got nothing.
Here's Chris Carter now, as he'll take strike one on the inside corner. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Now what's left of this crowd this afternoon gets to their feet. Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
And with this victory, chalk up win number 90 for these guys. They've had one heck of a year, and it ain't over yet.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, really a dominating performance out there. Look at all the strikeouts. I mean, they just couldn't touch him.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Cubs win this one 6-1. So long from Wrigleyville.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious